Oh, what's poll question today, Dylan?
All right, Dan. Well, first option is what's the worst trade in sports history? Got Herschel Walker,
Yeah.
Babe Ruth. That was a sale, but it counts. And Luka Doncic or other.
I'll say Babe Ruth because it changed the game. I mean, he changed the sport. He changed two different franchises. I would say that to start with. You know, Herschel wasn't a great running back. He was great in college. The USFL, I think he had 5,000 rushing yards. But he was just a big, fast guy. He had no moves. And, you know, Dallas, Jimmy Johnson was able to get a great haul for him. And you get a lot of those draft picks, and it built the foundation for Super Bowl winning teams. Once again, if you make a trade and as a result you end up winning titles, you know, that's where you can look at that was a unbelievable trade, or that's one of the worst trades. You know, the Vikings are on the receiving end of that. They got Herschel. They gave up all of these players back when running backs meant something. But Babe Ruth, where it's a financial transaction, and you get Babe Ruth, and he becomes the best player in the history of the sport. So I would say what the Red Sox did, that's the worst trade in sports history. Yeah, Paulie.
I'll throw out this one. It's modern era. The Houston Texans got rid of Deshaun Watson, who had injuries and baggage, and the Cleveland Browns gave them 3 first-round picks, a 4th-round pick, and another 4th-round pick. Deshaun Watson's done absolutely nothing and been very expensive for the Browns. The Texans turned all those picks into like C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson, and they are set for, you know, I know they're not doing great right now, but I'm going to throw that out there as the worst in modern history. Even worse than Luka. It's akin to it.
Yeah, but nobody's winning anything there.
No.
Texans aren't winning anything. Cleveland's not winning anything.
But the direction the Browns changed to go move on at quarterback and to go after a guy with that much baggage on and off the field, that's as risky as it gets.
Yeah, but Deshaun Watson wasn't as good as Luka. I mean, Luka went to the NBA Finals on a roster that wasn't great. And then you trade him at age 25. That, to me, modern era, now, what you paid Deshaun Watson, because you had to give him all guaranteed money or he wasn't going to go to Cleveland. If I factor that in and you gave up those draft picks, okay, I could see where that would be a rival to Luka. But the worst / best trade, because it's worse for one, it's best for, you know, the other team, is still Babe Ruth. I don't know if there's anybody else that, you know, the Clippers traded SGA, right? SGA is going to be a Hall of Famer. And they got Paul George in return. I mean, if you want to look at a bad trade, I mean, Luka is a bad trade. The Clippers traded the MVP, and he's only, 25 years of age? And he's going to haunt you for the next 10 years? And he won a championship? That's a bad trade for the Clippers. And people have revisionist history. They'll be like, you know, how did the Clippers do? I remember watching SGA at Kentucky, and I'm like, okay. Like he was just okay. He'll, you know, make $50 million a year in the NBA. That's kind of how I looked at Kentucky talent. I mean, Devin Booker didn't even start for Kentucky. So it's kind of hard to handicap, oh, that guy's going to be great. And then SGA's with the Clippers. I never heard somebody say, man, this guy is eating everybody up in practice, or this guy is unbelievable. You would have thought he was untouchable, and he wasn't. And then you get Paul George. That's a bad deal. Any other ones that you can think of?
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets acquiring Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, aging superstars, and the Celtics turned that into a bunch of good players, including Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Now, Kim Kardashian's ex-husband was involved in that deal, I believe.
Chris Humphries?
I believe Chris Humphries was involved in that. I think. So KG, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, DJ White, also a second-round pick for Keith Bogans, Marshawn Brooks, Chris Humphries, Chris Joseph, Gerald Wallace, And then you got a first-round pick, first-round pick, first-round pick, first-round. So basically it was 4 first-round picks that I think that they got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum with those picks. Yes, Marvin. Ouch.
Didn't the Red Sox trade Mookie Betts?
Yeah.
Why?
That felt like a money move. That one, man, I loved watching Mookie play with the Red Sox. It's like, even when he was starting out, I didn't know how great he was going to be. I just remember I would come in and say, that dude is so fundamentally sound. He'll back up third base, from the outfield. He just did everything. Yeah, Paulie.
Here's one that I don't think gets enough credit for being a bad trade. Back in the early 90s, the Suns got Charles Barkley in his prime. They traded Jeff Hornacek, Tim Perry, and Andrew Lang.
Yeah.
They got almost nothing out of it.
I would say the Broncos trading for Russell Wilson is one of the worst trades in NFL history because 5 draft picks, 3 players, and $242.5 million. God. That is unbelievably poor scouting. Unbelievably poor scouting. Because it didn't take long before people... Now, in fairness to Russ, he wasn't terrible when he got there to Denver. It's just, when Sean Payton got to Denver, then he was expendable. But you gave up all of that. Players, draft picks, and you pay Russ $242 million. Yeah, Dylan.
This is kind of an interesting one, but rookie Pedro Martinez traded from the Dodgers to the Expos for straight up for Delino DeShields.
Delino. But Delino DeShields was a pretty good player. That's not terrible.
But Pedro's career after that.
Yeah, but, Pedro became a Hall of Famer. So that's, in the moment, you got to be fair in the moment where you go, okay. Now, given Deshaun Watson guaranteed contract and the situation that was in play, terrible. Herschel, it's a bad deal. Bad deal because you won championships because of that trade. Yes, Marvin.
The funny thing about the Deshaun Watson thing is it's not even Monday morning quarterback speak. We thought it was a bad idea as soon as they did it.
Yes.
It's not even like, looking back on hindsight. No. As soon as they did it. What are they doing?
Mookie Betts and David Price go to the Dodgers for Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs, and Connor Wong. Wow. Once again, you win championships as a result.
If you can get Jeter, though. Oh, Jeter Downs.
Jeter Downs. Yeah, that's where you go, hey, who did you get? Well, got Jeter. Okay, all right. Anybody else? Yeah, Connor Wong. Okay. Oh, it's not Derek Jeter.